Good morning, YouTube. I'm coming back to share a project. I know that's new, but I wanted to share something because I was kind of proud of myself. I actually used up old stuff, and I got quite a bit of project done with very little product. I had purchased from my local scrapbook store during one of their yard sales a kit, and it was an old Making Memories kit, and it had this green paper here, a 12 by 12. This is Basil Cardstock Easy. This red paper, it had a 12 by 12, but it was cut up. There was definitely pieces cut out, and there were snowflakes punched, and it wasn't usable as a whole sheet. They'd had this green snowflake paper, and on the flip side is this white. Definitely not a full sheet of paper. It was like an 8 by 12 probably, and you can't really tell, but this other one is the dark green, and it's behind it is like this fun print. But I was able to go scouring online and put together a layout. I am a huge fan of Basic Gray, so that's kind of where the inspiration came from. It was probably one of their older collections. So I followed the layout design. It's got 2 spots, easy. I can accommodate 2 4x6s or 3 3x4s. I know how I take pictures. It's getting easier for me to do these kind of pages where I use up my stuff because I know eventually I'll just use it. This was another scrap. There was a bag of scraps with some buttons, like 2 buttons, a green and a red, and that was really it. But I went through my stash and I did this. I popped it up because it suggested it to. Used some brown twine. I hung these up. I made an ornament. I used up these ancient snowflakes from my collection. I'm a huge snowflake fan. I'm a hoarder of the snowflakes. I very rarely take pictures of my kids in the snow because it's usually cold here in New England and I want to just be in and out of the snow. I'm not a lover of it. But I wanted to start using them, and I thought that it complemented this snowflake really well. This tag is actually super duper old. It's older than one of my children. I came on a sweater from Children's Place for my younger daughter when she had to be little. And I loved it. I just absolutely loved it. I saved it all these years, and I just put it on here, and I think it's adorable. And then down in this corner, this is an old Daisy D rub-on and some jelly bean soup tags. And these are enamel dots from My Mind's Eye. They went so well. I was so pleased. Again, I'm trying not to hoard my stuff and just use it. So this page, I had to add definitely the craft cardstock. It needed to be added. That's the only way I was going to get another page out of this. It also came with this chocolate brown, and I think I had like 4 of those. But again, I just pieced different stuff together. It's this cream, the green, a good-sized piece of the red. I think I cut this green. I don't even think it's the full thing behind, but you can't tell, and it worked. Again, very 2 basic spots for 3x4s. Added the tag with the twine. Very similar cluster. Santa's list. I'll probably put pictures of what my kids got for Christmas that year. I don't know. It's a done page. I know, like I said, how I take pictures, so I just added another one of the snowflakes, more enamel dots, some more twine with a brad that's probably older than my children put together, if I can even be scrapping that long. And then another cluster. I ran it through my sewing machine. I like the effect that it gave. No, I'm not a straight sewer. But I like that. It works for my style. So I had all these scraps left over, and I did not know what to do with them. So I said, why don't I just go ahead and do some cards? This is a total Pinterest steal. I'll just go over one of the basic designs. I actually made 5 of them. Super basic design. The stripes, the brown, a little piece of craft cardstock. I think I matted the whole thing on craft. So I obviously had to dig into my 8.5 by 11 card stash for this. I embossed the leaves. I excuse me, distressed, I added the sequins. I liked the sparkle, it was just enough. And then in the inside, I kept it clean and simple. Prairie Ink or something. I have to link her below because she's inspired me to do this. I just finished the card off on the inside. It gives you a place to put your message, and it finishes off. These cards are all so very similar. This was me running out of stripes, basically, in terms of that one. This one, I did have to add another piece of 12 by 12 green and 12 by 12 red. They totally matched. But I needed it because some of these cards were done on the red. And some of them I ended up using the green. Oh, Mr. Prickle Pants went over. But I continued using my scraps. I embossed the brown in the Swiss dot. I did the circles. I took some more of that cream cardstock, which I obviously needed more of that as well. But I did this. I added some twine, the chocolate brown, the enamel dots, the buttons. I gotta go put out a fire with my kids after. And then there's, you know, the sentiment. But it's, again, it's done. It's a Christmas card. That's that one. This is one. I had already colored the image. Sometimes I went on a coloring spree with my Copics. And I just colored and colored and colored and colored, and I loved it. But this is just pieces. I just kept sticking stuff down, making it work. I tied a little twine. I put some enamel dots. I added some white dots. You can see I went in with my white pen. Not my favorite Christmas card. Not a perfect Christmas card. But a done Christmas card. Had a little help coloring that heart. But just the colored pieces inside. This is another one I dug into. Okay, well, apparently my helper wants to show this one. This is going to have a penny black image here of hedgehogs. So I plan to do that. But this was already done. I just laid it down. I put some scripted paper behind it. I added the button, which was in the kit. I added the brads for a little sparkle and the brown twine. I did the edging and the inside, I think. Yep, it's this one. I used a different stamp. Again, these little scraplets of paper just finish the inside of the card. The last card that I did was this one. This is not my favorite, but, you know, even the paper boy needs a Christmas card. Or the mailman, which I love my mailman, so. But this tree was already done. I added the enamel dots. Again, another Daisy D rub-on. Old paper, old button, tag stamp. I did a little outlining with the white, and then the image on the inside. So for less than 50 cents and some stash stuff, I was able to get 10 cards and 2 layouts. And I got a kit off my desk. So I guess, all in all, I'm pretty happy with the results. And I have another kit that I plan to challenge myself with. I'm going to do a super quick video on what's in the kit and then what I end up cranking out with it. So stay tuned. If you like what you see, subscribe below. Thanks. Bye.